Hello, everyone. I have noticed the Resident Evil Netflix series trailer. I have also noticed the discussions revolving around it. I kind of wanted to share my predictions and concerns related to all of this. Some of it may have been already said elsewhere, but some of it not. Anyways, I don't think I need to go into a very long discussion about the Halo TV series, but I am concerned anytime that a TV show, movie, or what have you takes on a very, very deep lore type of environment or universe, that they will get something wrong. And Halo proved that pretty easily, the TV show, anyways. It wouldn't surprise me if they get things wrong with Resident Evil because of just how deep the universe is. There is so much lore and just little tidbits here and there regarding literally everything, down to the T virus, the type of zombies that are in there, yada yada. The list goes on. So I do have my concerns, but anyways, just wanted to make that clear before we move on. Now, the part I want to talk about first off is this part in teaser 2. In teaser 2, you'll notice I paused it on this very specific scene, and there's a reason for that. Because if you look at this very closely, that appears to be a licker. If I'm correct that this is a licker, then that means that the name of the show is already a concern because lickers were stored in the Umbrella Nest facility under Raccoon City. Modifications of them were also done there. So that means if a licker is showing up, it's going to be Raccoon City years. There is one other confirmation that it could be Raccoon City, but I didn't see it unless maybe I missed it in one of these trailers or teasers, but that would be the Drain Deimos. If that shows up, then that is a positive identification that this is definitely Raccoon City, because Drain Deimos also started in Raccoon City, just like the Licker did. So those two would indicate Raccoon City years, and if that's the case, then that would mean that this would actually take place maybe during Resident Evil 2, 3, or 4. Because those were the three titles that did either touch on Raccoon City or were in Raccoon City. Maybe I missed one now that I think about it. Oh well. Either way, you get my point though, is that it would have to be narrowed down to that. Unless, and a big unless, if they were to do some sort of like follow-up TV show on it. So what I think could happen if it's that scenario is that they will do kind of like a show leading up to the Raccoon City outbreak. If they do a show leading up to that, then yes, they would start from titles prior to the Raccoon City incident and then eventually branch into Raccoon City. That would make sense if they want to drag this out, but I don't think that they are going to drag it out because Netflix is not really in a good state right now. They recently had layoffs and their revenue is down, so I doubt that they're going to want to drag this out. Um, so if they're only going to do like a 10 episode season and then call it quits after that, which is what they've done before with other shows, then that means that they have to change gears, and instead of doing it long and drawn out, they would have to go right to Raccoon City years. That's kind of my prediction here, just based on this one part right here, on the teaser. The lore is the reason I got to this point, because if you read the lore, it is telling of what's going on, because a lot of the Resident Evil lore is very, very detailed. There are only a few things that are not as detailed, and I will go over that now. So, second concern, other than them not following the lore, is also if they're going to rewrite lore. Because there are some types of zombies in Resident Evil that don't actually have lore associated with them, or at least not much of it. So, for example, there is that kind of, I guess it's like worm zombie looking thing, the one that sits on heads. It's got an orange glow to it. You'll notice in Resident Evil 3. I don't even think that has a name to it because I've searched all up and down Google to find the name of it and what exactly it does to the victim, but I can't find anything on that one, so I'm at a loss as to what that particular one's name is and what it does to the victim. Another example that I can touch on is that sewer monster in the Resident Evil 2 remake on Claire's Path. It does have a name, and I forget its name. It starts with like G. I think it's like G Young or something like that. But anyways, it doesn't rightfully explain what it does to its victims either. So that's another case of where that lore could be rewritten because there's really nothing there in place of it. So, well, I guess I should say maybe rewritten or their own take on it because, yeah, we don't. I can't find anything on it either. But you will notice it in the death animation of Claire that it grabs her face and then she like screams for a little bit and then stops screaming. So who knows what it does to its victims as well. But either way, those are two examples and kind of related to the whole lore thing, some concerns with that. So I'll see where this all goes, but right away there's already a ton of information in here. And if you want to do some further reading on this, I'm going to go ahead and provide you with some links. You can see that in my tabs right up there. That I do have 2 tabs up to link in the description for you. That will cover the Lickers and Drain Deimos. For those who aren't aware of the Drain Deimos, well, at least by its name, it's the thing you saw in Resident Evil 3 that gave Jill a surprise right when she was entering the tunnel with all the power relays or whatever. That's what the Drain Deimos is. So yeah, I'll link that all in the description. But for now, that's really all I can say on this until more information is present. Thanks for listening.